Yeah, good morning. And today I'll just be walking you through Agentic AI and how it affects product managers. And basically just taking you through the how AI began its journey and how we are currently where we are. So I'm going to start with introducing you briefly into the agenda. So the agenda are going to be pretty straightforward. And the agenda we have today will be focused strictly on the foundations of agentic AI. We're going to be looking at why product managers must understand and leverage agentic AI. We'll be looking at the product life cycle. Basically, it's just we already know what the software um, development life cycle, but we're looking at life cycle and how to process solutions for autonomous systems, how to make products begin to work autonomously, and the challenges and the opportunities, which are some of the ethical challenges that we've seen, right? Some of the technical challenges we've seen, and the market landscape. And also some of the things we'll be looking at is the best practice for immediate implementation. Yeah. All right. So those are the agenda for this session today. Um, we will begin by talking about the power of AI and what AI can do in terms of productivity and in terms of innovation. It has been studied that most of the innovation that is taking place right now, AI is actually amplifying the work by 30%. So you begin to see a drastic jump in productivity. And that's why a lot of people are bringing AI into a lot of products right now. Um, so our journey will begin when we talk about what exactly artificial intelligence is. Now, AI in itself has some major keywords I need us to look at. The first thing that I need us to look at is, first off, it's focused on creating machines. And these machines, what can they do? Their role is to perform tasks that typically will require human intelligence. So basically, you're creating a machine that can perform tasks that normally will require human intelligence to do. So let's mirror what the human intelligence will look like. Human intelligence know how to learn from a blank space. A baby will learn from scratch. After learning, by getting information, then it can reason to understand what it has learned. And then with the reasoning and ability to understand what it has learned, if you give it a new challenge, it can solve the problem with the information gathered here. And then after solving the problem, the human intelligence can then go to the point where it begins to understand the environment where it belongs. And that is where perception takes place. It takes perception from the environment. And then because it is aware of the environment, it understands how to solve problem, then it now has the ability to start making decisions by itself. AI in itself also, as part of the things that we've seen, because of all of these things happening, we want to be sure that AI is also able to give us some level of feedback to understand what it is doing and give us a feedback on its action. Then we expect it to come up with generating some level of language that we both can understand. And as a result, because of the combination of all of this, it now leads to its own creativity, where you can trigger a question and use all the learnings, reasoning, problem solving, perception, and decision making, and also understanding how to speak, be able to be creative to come up with a new result from previous experiences had over the time. So that's one basic that we need to understand about it. We already know who a product manager is, and a product manager basically has all these qualities that we can see. First off, the product manager's goal is to understand the customer's needs and meet the customer's needs through product is designing. Some of the things that the product manager does is being able to communicate effectively to stakeholders. And lastly, the product managers should understand what is happening out there, understand the trends, and know the new technology, new solutions, or new trends in terms of innovation, and know how to implement some of those things into an existing product to amplify its amplify its productivity or its performance. Now, who exactly is a product manager, right? An AI product manager, or will I say an AI powered product manager? These are two different people, so no confusion. Let's start with it. The AI powered product manager is just a product manager that uses AI to do his job. Why an AI product manager, right, is a product manager who can work or build AI powered product and features. This is where we're trying to take you to during the course of this session to become this. This is what everyone is right now. An AI powered product manager is what most people are doing. They just use AI for their job, right? But we're leading you into the journey where you can become the second AI. So in trying to achieve that, we need to give you clear understanding of where we are right now and how we are making progress. The first bit is for you to understand what a large language model is. A large language model is what most of us use right now, like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Gemini, and the rest, where all you do is input information in a chat. Then the large language model reasons with all the information that's been given to it and give you an output. This is what we are all used to, right? This is to take you from ground zero and begin to evolve to understand AI in itself. So this is basically all the knowledge that has been put in here. This could be from the internet, this could be from books, this could be from reviews, this could be from research documents, and all of this is put in the cloud space, right? Or in a storage, depending on what kind of storage you need to put it. However, something else is happening with a large language model. Imagine that you want to compress everything from peer reviews, research, internet, the entire internet, and you want to compress it so that the AI can read it. Now, it now leads to something called the compression. Now, those compression is basically just like sometimes I want to send a big document to you via email, right? And in trying to send that document to you, I need to send it to you in a way that you can read it. But your email is saying you have a maximum of 25 megabytes for every push that goes out. Yeah. So what I need to do is to zip this document in a way that you are able to read it or that can move. And by zipping it, I'm compressing it. So when you hear companies like NVIDIA, right, what they do is build GPUs. Now, a GPU basically is processing powered solution. Basically, are building processors. And this processor's role is to compress all of those data, information that they've gathered everywhere into compressed format to be stored into some databases. And those databases is for so that when you trigger a request and say and write something in ChatGPT, ChatGPT can then go into that compressed document, right? That compressed document that has happened from the internet, meaning that you've used the processors, right, to compress all of this. And once you compress it, you'll be able to read it and give you a response almost immediately. That is a whole lot of processing power to compress this and for this to be able to read all of this information. However, what has happened inside ChatGPT is a little bit three-dimensional. So I'm going to draw it something like this so you can understand where I'm going next. So there's something called the vector database, where this is one section, this is one section, and this is one section. Now, what happens when you are compressing all of this, apart from moving it into a zip, compressing it into like the zipped format, which is where the NVIDIA GPU compresses all this data? This information also has to be stored in places where it is easy for when you make a request, it will know where to go to get information. So you'll be wondering, how is it that I send a message into ChatGPT or Gemini and it gives me information almost immediately? What it does is the moment it's being compressed like this, they move all this compression into vector database, meaning that, for example, everything on sports will come to this y-axis, for example. Everything on technology will come on the x-axis. Yeah, among all the information that is piled from the internet, everything on probably family is put on the x-axis. I'm just explaining how the vector database works. It's much bigger than this. It's not just 3 dimension like this. It could be more. So it stores all this information in all this place. So when you trigger the ChatGPT to get information for you, it goes in because it's asking information about technology. It knows where all the information about technology is stored, and it comes in there. Now, this, what I just explained right now, is called vector database. So I'm sure you guys will be hearing it later, but just have this at the back of your mind. And then it goes in here, get the information, and then it push the output for you so that you can see it. So this is a knowledge base that have been built into vectors that you can pick all this information from various places. Let's move on. The next thing we're going to talk about is agents. Now let's talk about agents in itself. The agents, basically what happens with AI agents is that these are models, which are the LLMs you just talk about, large language models, right? That are connected to tools that also have a platform that they render all their conversation. This is where we got agents from. Basically, just imagine that what we just did, we connected ChatGPT to some tools. And these tools can be any type of tools. It can be Google Sheets, it can be Slack, it can be, just think of anything. It can be Google Docs, it could be Google Drive, it could be anything. It could be HubSpot, it could be CRMs tools, it could be Salesforce, it could be any type of tool, right? Basically, that is what the agents will do. So the agents have access to the models, have access to the tools, and have access to platforms. These platforms could be things like Google Cloud Platform, it could be AWS, it could be any other hosting platform where everything is hosted. So basically, just understand, if once you understand this structure, then you understand what an agent in itself is. So an agent in itself basically is an entity, right, that has access to all of this and is able to achieve the task that is being sent to do. So you trigger the agent, you set up all of this, it knows the tools to pick, it knows the model to communicate to, and it has a platform where it sits on. Yeah. All right, let's move on. So let's talk about the AI agents in itself. So the AI agent, remember, we started by saying, remember the inputs that we talked about coming from ChatGPT, but now things have changed here. Now it is no longer the large language model that is here. This is an input. You are asking the AI agent for something, and the AI agent gets an output for you. But this input could be a chat input. This could be an input by a scheduler, or it can be input from an action. Sorry, from a trigger taken. So when it comes to the topic of AI agent, these are called triggers. These parts are called triggers. There has to be a trigger. So this trigger doesn't have to be a chat interaction. This could be a change that happened somewhere. And then the agent recognizes at its trigger, and then it moves on immediately into action. But this agent has access to different tools. And part of these tools could be the model we talked about. It could be other tools we talked about, and you can have multiple tools connected to this agent. And this agent intelligently knows what tool to use per time to achieve its goal. Yeah. So basically, this is what the agent looks like. Let's move on. Now, in terms of how the agent structure looks like, there's some deeper level of how agents now work. The way the agents work now is, apart from having just tools, sometimes we can connect these agents to some servers. Now, these servers could be some client servers that gives them access to everything that you can do with an API. And then it's able to go into those tools and get every information it needs. So let me give a typical example. A typical example would be Airbnb. Let's assume I build an Airbnb server, right? And then I then trigger with a chat input that I would like to know all the properties in London that can accommodate four adults and 2 children, right? And I indicate it there. What this agent will do is it's going to use the power it has to go into the Airbnb server, right? The server that I have connected in here. and begin to look for all the properties in the whole of UK. And then it comes back and give me an output, right? Normally, I would have to physically go to Airbnb to get this job done, right? But this time,
Sorry, sir, I have a question, sir.
please can you
Hello, sir.
hold the questions for now, please? Yeah, just hold the questions for now. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yeah. So the this it goes into these servers, right, and get all the information, right, and then it can then come back with output for you. So basically, have this at the back of your mind that this is a structure, this is another structure that can happen. But I'm going to take you here later on when you get more experience. But for now, just ignore this right now. The most important thing you focus is the previous one I shared with you, which is this, right? This is what you focus on right now. When you become more experienced, then we can go into this level that I just shared with you right now. Okay. All right, let's move
Okay,
on.
sir.
Now. Let's talk about what AI agents are. Yeah. And let's look at the conventional AI agents and let's look at agentic system. They are two different things. Now, the agentic AI, yeah, when we talk of agentic systems and conventional agents, a conventional agent is one directional. It has a single purpose, meaning that it is linear. You ask it to do this, it goes ahead to do it and come back with a result. They have limited memory and they do tools usage also. However, it's just one thing that they can do, right? Simple tasks like chatbot, for example, who is attending to inquiries, or a calendar bot who is scheduling meetings for someone, or someone who, or an assistant, or maybe personal assistant AI, right? But agentic system basically is multiple agents talking to each other. So that will be more like 2 or 3 employees interacting with each other. So this is agent 1, and then this is agent 2. And then these 2 agents can interact with each other and get a task. And the agentic system also allows you to even have a boss AI, meaning you have a senior AI that you can interact with, yeah, and then it can talk to these, get what it wants. And remember, all these agents have their own tools connected. Don't forget, this could also have his own tools connected, but he can go ahead to talk to this agent, and this agent can talk to this agent to get its information, and it can come back to him, and this can also come back, and then over here you can have an output. So these are agentic systems. I'm going to take you through this to see what you can do with it. For example, a customer operations agent that can, this customer operations agent, it can access multiple systems. So it can do process refund, analyze customer history, modify shipping, logistics. So this is one agent, right? This is another agent, this is another agent, and this is another agent. All of these are interacting with each other. So basically, think of it like you have a swarm of agentic employees. Yeah. Um, all right, let's move on. Now, to understand better what I mean here, I wanted to give you a brief understanding of what is happening in the world today in terms of the AI agent value chain. The AI agent value chain is a little bit tricky because there are some early adopters or early players like the Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, and the rest. These are the ones that came in earlier, and what they have done is invested heavily on hardware, their platform, and also software and the services that they offer. So if you observe, Google is playing in all of this space all the way, all the way. Google is playing in training AI, in fine-tuning AI, in creating AI agents, in combining agents. That's the multiple agent I talk about, in hosting agents, right? And also in the inference of agents being able to do some other thing. Google is playing in all of the space. Microsoft is not playing in the hardware, right? Meaning that they are not compressing with GPUs, but they are playing in this space of platform, providing the platform, the software, and all of that. Nvidia is playing in the hardware, just like Google. So in this hardware space of creating GPUs, compressing data, it's only Google and Nvidia that are heavy in this market right now. So they are the only two competition here, right? In terms of platforms, all of these players, Databricks is part of those who are playing in this platform. Software, these are people playing. right? I'm sure you are wondering, where is OpenAI here? OpenAI is not even in the scheme of things over here, right? Just keep watching. They don't provide the software, right? They don't provide the services, right, for to take. But this is where OpenAI starts from: training the AI by compressing data, fine-tuning the data, creating. So OpenAI is either using any of these ones technology, but mostly I know they use most of NVIDIA's technology for all of this, for OpenAI. Anthropic is another one out there. They too then. So every other person is playing from the space of training the AI. Yeah. Um, However, where we are in this value chain, right? This is where we are. We will be somewhere in here where we are fine tuning, creating agents, combining agents, and hosting and doing all. That's where we will be here. So we are still at this point, right? And we are still early adopters because very soon in the future we're going to see more bigger things happening. So we don't have the ability, although we can also train our AI. We also have the skill to be able to train the AI. We'll talk about that when we get. So I think we'll start from this point. So invariably, this is where we are. We are almost around the same space where OpenAI is. And that's because we are also empowered to use multiple technology at the same time. Yeah. Um, let's move on. Now, AI agents. Let's talk about AI agents. I'm going to do it. This is more like a review of what I'd shared before. But please stay with me. You're going to get it now. This is where everybody is. People are writing prompt into ChatGPT and the rest. This is where most people are right now. Okay. We just send in charts. Oh, I want you to do this, and it generates things. So this is where we are, right? We've gone to the next level now. There's something called RAG. I'm going to talk about RAG. RAG means retrieval, A means augmented, and G means generation. So basically, the explanation of what RAG means is you are able to retrieve, augment, and generate a response. Retrieve means you go, remember that explanation I gave about the chat GPT, that it goes in and then it put things in a vector database. It retrieves those information, then it augments it, meaning that it tries as much as possible to mimic it in such a way that it can be understood, and then it generates a response and then share with you. That's where the RAG comes in. So this is LLM, which is large language model, plus the retrieval technology, retrieving and generating a response. Now, the next level in the evolution is where you now connect tools. This is where agents start to play, right? This is the agents play where the tools connection is. So basically, it's LLM, there's a retrieval, augmented generation, and then there is the tools connected. And then from here, we go to the point where we then have the LLM sitting on top of this and the tools. And this allows you to be able to take many tools as possible and basically create a loop for them, right? This is what we will be doing also. And lastly, this is a multiple agent. You having agent one, agent two, agent three, and you can have more, all of them talking to each other. Okay. In order for you to for me to give you some context, I'm going to take you into some practical steps for you to understand some of the things that we are able to do on with AI. I'm just going to give you a sneak peek into some of the things that I have built before. Probably just showing you will give you a clear understanding of what it is that we are in for today. So I'm going to launch my, let me try and log in. Just a minute. Give me a minute. Depending the time when I'm trying to go in, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask your questions now. Yeah. Any question while I'm trying to get into the system.
Okay, so my question then was for 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 this agentic AI, the it has to be a cloud based, right? It has to be hosted in cloud.
No, it doesn't have to be. Some of them are hosted on local server. We'll get to that point. So just watch what we'll do now right now. It doesn't have to. Any other question?
No, no, no other question
It doesn't have
for
to.
now.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to show you some of the some agents that I had created, right? I would want to look for one of the easiest one that you all will be able to understand. Okay, I'm going to share this with you. Let me show you this. So this is an agent that I created. I'll talk about the workflow later so you get it. Now, this is an agent. Now, this agent has the power to go anywhere in the entire internet to get information about anybody. And basically, it's a research agent that I created here. A research agent, meaning it can research about anything and anyone. So I'm going to do some work. I'm going to do something right now. Please don't get scared what you're going to see, but please just stay with me. So I'm clicking on this agent. I can make this interface to be published somewhere else, but this is the engine that runs it. Basically, see this like your GitHub, where we are writing the code, right? This is where we write the code and we build everything. But remember, this AI agent is a no-code, AI agent, right? So I'm going to start here and I'm going to say, go and search for me any information about, what's your name? Femi Stevens, right? Are you with me?
No, no, put it Stephen Egboha.
Okay. Can you
Because Stephen Egboha is more online.
can you spell it, please?
EI
Yeah,
GB
yeah,
OK
yeah.
HAN.
HAN. Right.
Then remove S from that Stevens.
Okay. All right. And come back
Okay.
with links, screenshots. Just stay
Mhm.
with me. That's what it's going to screenshot of every findings as individual evidence. Right. So I'm asking to go out here and look for every information about you, right? His skills, his experience, and what uh, project he has been up to lately. Yeah. So I'm asking him to come back with every evidence about you. Get me at least 5 evidences. Go. So my agent has gone online to start looking for you. It's not going to come back until it gets any information about you. Now, this shows that it is at work, it is searching, it's going, it's crawling all over the internet. It's looking for you. It's gotten you already. It's come back with all the information. Now it's generating it for me. Let's wait for it to come back. And then just watch over here and see what it's going to come back with. So it's coming back with all the information. It's gotten you. All right. So let's see what it came back with. I found full information about Steven, including his skills, expertise. Stephen Femi is a distinguished research for contribution environmental, especially groundwater. I don't know if have you done anything with these people? African Research Nexus?
Yes. I have publications with them.
Good. So it's got screenshots of what you did here with them. You done the research profile. Shows Stephen Femi with one publication focused on groundwater contamination evaluation. Is this you? Is it what you wrote there?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
And then the links to where your information is giving us here. I'm copying the link. I'm pasting it in here. This is the links, screenshot of the publication you made, correct?
Yes.
Good, let's keep going. He's gotten some information. Property Pro Nigeria. Stephen Egbuka appears as a real estate agent with listings of sale. Do you have any property on Property Pro Nigeria?
I registered on behalf of somebody then.
Yeah, so he's gotten information about you. Unfortunately, searches for latest project on LinkedIn profile data could not be retrieved as LinkedIn pages are restricted. Okay, if you want more, I can extract more information. So I tell it, yes, go ahead. He's going to go all out again. He's looking for everything about you. He's not going to rest until I get more information about you. In short, if I want you to come up with your police record, everything about you that has been documented anywhere on the internet is going to come back with it. It's come back with more. Rocket search, contact. You partnered with Geospatial Limited, a product manager with Not Snow. The previous role is head of data capturing management at Arctic Specials Limited. Your educational history is come back with it, and it's gotten information about and screenshot of where you are. It's got more information about Property Pro. And if you want to, I can continue to look. So it can go deeper and deeper and keep searching for you. These agents are so powerful, and this is one of the smallest agents that I use. So these are some of the power what these agents can do. Now, this is because I am putting an entry for it to go. I can decide that I don't want it to do this, and I can train these agents to think in a particular way and then train him. And this is how we train our agents. Over here, there's a training model where we train the agent to be able to do stuff. And this is the training I've given to it on what it's able to do, right? We'll talk about this later. Anyway, let's go back into the presentation and then we'll come back here.
Wow.
All right, let's keep going. All right, please confirm you can see the screen, please.
Yes, we can.
Good. Now, one of the big major things that we need to have at the back of our mind is generative AI agents, as what people think, is basically maybe something that is just coming up with ideas or no. They have a goal, they go all out and they get their work done, and autonomously they can get every information independently of any human intervention. Now, that tool that I showed you, I built it myself, and it has the ability to do a whole lot of work. I didn't want to confuse you with too many things, and that's why I started with those simple ones. We'll go to more technical ones later.
Can I quickly ask a question, sir?
Yes, please.
The tool you showed, how did you set the knowledge base to be able to go all out and be extracting information?
We'll get to that point, not to worry, okay? That's why I'm here.
All right.
I'm going to take you through that journey, not to worry, okay? Yeah.
All right, sir.
So now let's look at how this can enhance product management, right? And basically they do that by helping you to improve your decision making. So for example, let's go back to that solution again. And then as a product manager, I want to find out what is happening in the world. So guys, watch this again. I'm going to share my screen. Yeah. So I'm going to use that research. This is my research agent, and I'm going to ask it simple information. So I just want to show you what we can also do as product managers with this kind of agent I just did now. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to ask it. I am trying to build a an AI agent tool for businesses in logistics. Go do some advanced research online for me in the UK and USA. What the users, the potential users would want in the product feature for this type of product. Yeah. So I'm asking him to go on out all the way to go come back with 10 results with links and screenshots of all the findings you have made. So I'm going to allow it to just go wild to come back, right? So it's going all wild, searching, crawling the entire internet, getting the information. It's talking to each other. The agent is talking to it, and they're searching together. And when it's done, you see the agent talking to this. Yes, it's done. It's search coming back with the feedback. It's processing the language to see how it's going to communicate back to me and give me the update of what I've requested for. Yeah, so it's coming back with its feedback. And when it comes back, it can populate it here, right? But that doesn't mean that this is the only outlet. Yes, it's back. So let's look at it. I found 10 relevant results building an AI agent tool for business and logistics. AI virtual agent making calls. Great wave. So, and guess what? It has gotten a picture for me. So the screenshot is, it gave me a link to the screenshot. So I can come here, paste, bam, and it shows me the picture. This is a picture of what it found and some write-up about it. I can retrieve. AI virtual agent making calls, right? In logistics companies. It's done with this. It comes back. Infinity URL is showing me overall AI agent used for different scenarios, including supply chain optimization. It's gotten that for me. So it's gotten every research I need to study in order for me to start my business on building. And now, if I then wanted to then go a step further, let's assume I want it to, after finding all this research, you should send it to me via email. I can just set up by connecting it. It's connected to my Gmail already. And I ask it, send. But before I go, let me check the email it's sending it to because I've connected my Gmail. Send Gmail. Yeah. So send your findings. Send the findings to me as an email. Send to Nkem Atalo at gmail.com. Copy deji.ogumola09@gmail.com. Yeah, so I've asked it to send the findings to this email. Natalie, please will you confirm with me if this comes true? So I've asked it to come back with the findings and send to us. So it's going to look at this and it's going to, oh, I didn't connect this, sorry. Oops, I hope it works. I hope it works. I hope it works. Because I forgot to connect it. Disconnecting now. Come on, come on, come on. It's trying to figure out. Come on, I hope it does. I hope it does. It might come back to say it doesn't have the email connect. Gosh. Let's see if it's comes back with this. In as much as this looks very simple, I'm going to tell you some things that happen at the back doing all of this. Yeah. No. So it did not send. Yeah. So it wants me, it's asking, do I want him to send it? So I need to come back here and tell him yeah. So I'm going to say just note here, you have Gmail tool connected to you, so you can send emails out. So I'm going to come back here. He knows what he's supposed to do now. I'm going to save, and then all I just need to do is to come back here and then do it again. Let's execute it and see. Yeah, everything looks good now. So send the findings of the product research on AI agents in UK and US for logistics industry to the following emails when you find them. That's Nkem Atalo at gmail.com and Deji.Igumala 09@gmail.com. Yeah, so just let it do the work. Now it has a Gmail connect. It knows that it has a Gmail connected to it now. It's going to do its work, and then it's going to send it out. So something went wrong here, that's why it threw an error. So we need to go in here to see what the error is. So we need to come in here to see.
Of the email addresses.
It has sent something to you, right, Natalie? Yeah.
No, my email address. I think my email address was wrong. You didn't put .com. I think you put it together. So you need to push that.
Okay, because it sent something to me. I can see something is sent to me. I received an email. But let's check your email address again. Yeah, it's correct, right? nkmatala@gmail.com. Yes, correct. Oh, it's telling me that.
Is it valid?
Yeah, it told me that my email, I didn't send it. Okay. Okay. Now send it to the email. But there's something here. Let's see. There's something here that went wrong. Let me just quickly check. Let me see. So everything she sent to this email, I've received it already. So I received this already. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you to push this one out. So it's sent to me already. I'll show you from my email. That's from the previous. Let me just show you. So this is what it did. This is my email. This email is sent to me. You can see I found the product research on this, and it is giving me all the details. Right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is
Is there a particular platform where you design all these things? Like for code you use VS Code and code editor like VS Code and this. Is
don't
there
worry,
a particular platform?
this is the platform. Don't worry. What we are doing here is a platform. Just imagine this as your VS Code. Okay.
Okay.
Imagine this as your VS Code. When we are done, then we'll now give it live, take it live, and then people can connect it. Natalie, you should have received the email now, correct? Because I just
Yeah, I
received
wanted
this.
to check.
I just got
Okay.
my second now.
Yeah, I've gotten it. Product research on
lastnode.app.anything.cloud.
AI agents in UK and USA logistics industry. I got it.
You've received it, right? So
Yeah.
it gave the notification here because the email has gone out. So now let's backtrack. Please, everyone, stay with me. Guys, don't get distracted with what you are looking at right now. Ignore that I showed you this. This is just for you to understand what is happening. I'm going to walk you through step by step of setting this up, okay? Are we
Okay,
together?
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
basically, what I did here is just to give you a sneak peek of what is possible, okay? What you eventually have the power to start doing, okay? But please, for now, just stay focused. Just stay with me. I don't want us to jump because once I jump, I'm going to lose you. The basics you will not learn. So let's continue. Now, this is where we stopped, right? I was trying to explain what you, as a product manager, can use agentic AI for. For example, what we just did right now is to be able to get data insights, data-driven insight, right? That's what we just
Yes.
did now, using an AI tool. Now, with AI, you can begin to streamline your processes for more effective product development and delivery, right? I'll show you a tool that I've developed, right, that can allow you to develop the product requirement documents. This AI, I just need to do is put the summary of the information of the product that or the bid, right, that is being shared or something that the client wants. Either I do a recording like this, have a recording like this with the person, and then the AI just picks up the recording and start doing the work of getting everything done. Okay. Please
Okay.
don't get distracted with what I've showed you. Please do like I never showed you anything.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Let's continue. Now, basically, this whole technology fosters innovation and makes you to respond very fast to the market and also make you very competitive because you can attend to things faster. Let's move on. In terms of the timeline of what has been happening with agentic AI, yeah, so that we can understand what is happening and what we are predicting. the prediction that we have right now. 2019 is when we first heard about this, and this is when the AI tools began to enhance collaboration. 2021, we started getting enough. No, 2023, a lot of people started adopting this in the market, but now people are doing full-blown automation projects with product management. People are building things, and that is where I'm actually taking you to. I'm starting from the elementary now. We'll keep going deeper now. Now, what does the future look like, and what are we expecting that should happen in the future? This is my prediction. My prediction is that in 2026, this is what will be happening. We'll be enhancing collaboration tools, right? And people will be working, this will be working individually with people in organization by using working with teams. That's AI connected to what companies are doing. In short, that is what I'm doing with that company right now. I'm integrating AI into individual processes inside departments, okay, for them to do their work effectively. Now, in 2027, my prediction is that a lot of conversations around AI and its regulation on how it can shape the product management framework will change. Right now, we're talking about agile framework. We're talking about all these things. Those things might die. And then we might start having some new regulation or some new methodology being created, especially with AI working alongside with the product managers. I'm also predicting that because of the widespread AI tools, you start seeing things like market research AI tools. I have built something like this. Basically, what it does is user research, and it is building personas. Let me share with you an example. Please, I'm sharing with you here, but don't get distracted. This is I'm sharing with you. I will tell you how to build up towards making those things happen for yourself, right? I'm going to stop sharing now. I'm going to come back into that platform, and I'll show you some things that I've done recently. Yeah. So what you can see here, please don't get overwhelmed with the things you are looking at. Yeah. What you can see here is basically an AI agent that is built as user groups, focus groups. And basically what this does is we have built that when anybody goes into a meeting like this with us, let's say we talk to a user and we talk to them about what they want to build, the solution they want to build. The moment we end the call, this AI picks the trigger immediately and begin to capture all the features that he wants to build into a table for us. And the moment I go ahead and I ask this agent, what are the things that he captured so far, and I want him to build a PRD, immediately he starts building a PRD for me. He looks at the final PRD and he's going to push the PRD to me via email in less than 10 seconds. I have a PRD based on a video call that I had with somebody for user research. So you can imagine me going into meetings with people and they're just talking, telling me, oh, what do you think about this product? Or just telling me about, oh, these are the things. In this meeting, I'm recording it, and immediately it's picking this immediately through my meeting notes, and it is triggering all these things and doing all of this at the same time. Just to give you a heads up of what I predict will begin to happen at large scale. Because right now, what we have is this, what I just showed you right now is the what I just showed you right now is the trigger based on a phone call. Now imagine if I'm able to do a lot of that, and what I just need to do is to train the AI to think like those people. Then I can have multiple people way of thinking, persona, and I can start doing my user research and market research without actually going to the real market to do my research, because market research will now become faster and more accurate through this automation that we built. So basically, we are building humans persona as agents, and this human persona are doing this market research for us. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes.
These
Yeah,
are my
it does.
predictions, but I've started building towards this already. So all of this for product management and also for market research, which is the biggest thing that that product managers are up to. In short, what I have done recently, let me show you something I've done recently also. Yeah. Sorry, I know I'm throwing a whole lot of things at you, but just to let you know what is possible in the product management space, so you can have an idea of where we are going to actually. I'm sharing with you another screen, and this time, what I'm sharing with you is ability for the where are you? Come on. ability for the AI to even build end-to-end test cases and write test cases for us. So this is an AI tool that I built that is able to write test cases for end-to-end for product management. Basically, it writes all the test cases for any product that you want to build. You write it out, and then you can just be doing your QA test while you are building the application. We'll talk about that. So to let you know that we're building tailor-made solutions that affect um, the product management world directly. Let's move on. Now, what are the things? Where are the things? Where are the places that these agentic AI will fit into? Number one, rule-based environments, machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, and agentic AI. This is where the agentic AI will fit in, and this is a place where it's going to set the stage for things like this. All right, this is less what I see. Now let's do a recap. Okay, when we talk about the traditional AI is rule based, and then it has if and when then statements, meaning that if this cannot happen, go another route. So that is what the traditional AI does. Machine learning, it picks from data and make predictions, right? E.g., what we've seen over the years, spam is a machine learning. It has learned that any email that comes with some keywords, throw it into spam. Other emails, keep them in inbox. So these are things that we've seen over the years. Deep learning, these are neural networks for complex pattern recognition. So it's seeing the way things are done and then it can mimic it. Generative AI is what we are focused now in, and this now generative AI can do things like text, image, code, and also recently video generation. That's what we've seen so far. Yeah, so that's a recap of the things. Now let's look at agentic AI in product management in itself. Now we already know and we've agreed on this. Now I'm going to take you into the real world so we can start the process. First thing, I'm going to be introducing you to various type of tools. Yeah, and then we can start looking at how to use AI for various things. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing now, and then I'll need you. Are you on your laptops, everyone? Are you on your laptops?
Yes.
Good. All right. So I'm going to start
I'm on
introducing
my
you.
phone. I'm on my phone, so let me set up my laptop.
Okay, I'm going to start introducing you to tools now, right? That you guys need to start taking advantage of.
One minute, sir. Let me just quickly set up. Okay. Oh yeah, mute that TV for me.
Okay, let's do this. Now, I'm going into um yeah, I'm going into this, and some of the things we start looking at will be basic tools that I think every one of you should have. So I'm going to start by introducing you into some tools that I'm sure some of you did not know exist. The first thing I'm going to introduce you to is the Gemini agent. And the way to access the Gemini agent is just by typing this. Just type AI.dev and hit on enter. It's going to bring you here. Let me know once you are in. AI.dev. Let's go. Come on. I need every one of you in now. I want to spend the next 30 minutes on show so that you can all understand. AI.dev. Yeah. Are you there?
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
you can always watch this video later and then follow through. So AI.dev, when you are here, you have two options. Is either you want to build an AI tool with the API of Gemini, or you want to go into the AI studio. Let's assume I want to go into the AI studio. This is the AI studio, right? And AI studio, there are various type of interaction I can do. I can do the interaction using streaming. Streaming meaning that I want to talk to the AI and the AI is doing stuff for me. Webcam, I can switch on the webcam and the AI can see me, and then it is relating to me. Like basically we've given the AI some eyes. So remember yesterday when we were having the product demo and this we were talking about the accident stuff and everything. You can remember, Steve, for the learning from the accident.
Yes. Yes.
These are some of the APIs you can connect, and then it can see and then give prediction. screen share. You can do your screen share to the AI, and the AI is able to look at what you're doing and interact with you based on whatever it is that you want to. Yeah, chat here has given you various options where you can chat. Yeah, which is normal one that we know. Generative media. This point you can build videos here. Just request it to do stuff, and it can build for you. Build. This is where you can build a whole application just by telling it what to do. So if I wanted to build an application right now, it can build it for me in less than few seconds. So let's assume I want to build a dating app. I can just write build a dating app for me that will um, that would score matches with their social skills and presence. Yeah, guys, this is all I'm writing, and all I'm just hitting is enter, and this builds an entire application for you, right? And this application can be launched because it is on Google. You can launch it straight on Google. You can deploy directly. You can see this deploy. You just deploy directly to your cloud because you already have Google Cloud already, and this is for Google. And then if you want to download the app, you can download it. You can save the app to your Google Drive and come back and continue working. And you want to share it for people to test for you, or you want to make it. You want to. This is for your cloud project. Probably you want to save it on your cloud project. This is already building. It's building everything in here. This is the code base that you can see. It's doing its work. So I'm just going to allow it to do all its work in here. So it's writing the codes. It's doing all of those things. We'll come back and see what it is done later. This is just one out of the tool I need you all to have understanding of. Next tool I'm going to be exposing to you is building all of this. Just ignore it. Let it keep doing its work, right? We just keep time and see this thing. The next tool I want to introduce you to that does something similar to this is called Lovable. 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 Lovable AI, but you can check it on Lovable. Just tell Lovable. You see lovable.dev. Actually, it's on lovable.dev. Lovable.dev. On lovable.dev, all you just need to do is click on login. If you have a Google account, you can start just sign in up with Google, right? I already have an account, so I'm just going to go into my Google. Yeah. And then that takes you straight into the Lovable. Lovable works something like Google, but I think Lovable is layered on Google because it looks like it's something similar. So I'm in my Lovable. These are some applications I've built inside Lovable. This I built this application some time ago, basically for to help. This is supposed to help product managers using AI. So it scores it's like a learning platform from AI for product managers. It allows them to do all this like competition analysis and all of these things. I built all of this solution in here. I also have some other solutions in here that I built from inside Lovable. Yeah. Let's go out of here. Go back to dashboard. On the dashboard here, there's this solution I built, which is supposed to be like a AI chat assistant that I built, and I can connect AI chat assistants to any website or anything that I feel would be the best. Yeah, and I'm able to do stuff with Lovable. So I've showed you Lovable. I've showed you this. It is still building. Let's just leave it to keep building the app. Lovable also works the same way, and all you just need to do in Lovable is pretty the same thing. I can just come here and tell Lovable, build a let's say a game, build an educative game for old adults uh, who are bored to create awareness on the current events. Yeah. All right, and I just give it, and it's building its thing. You can see it is building almost the same way like that of of the AI.dev, which is for Google. But remember, all of these things are called full stack developer AI. So this is a full stack developer AI. It has finished building it. Let's refresh. It has finished building the tool already. Yeah. So we asked it to get to build a dating app for us. So let's wait for it. I think it's still working. Um, make it dark mode. So let's just write and it. So when you interact with it, it keeps doing things, and then you can keep prompting and prompting for it to change, for it to look the way it is, and then when you are done, you can publish immediately and launch it. So this is this for here. This is the backend for this. You know that for Google already has their cloud storage. So their cloud storage is already here, which is Google Cloud. So you can launch almost immediately and deploy. But for these ones, because they don't have their own, they're using Superbase, and they also have GitHub connected to it. So it's built the game already. That's it. The game is built. So current event challenge, stay informed with having fun, test your knowledge and events. So it's built it. And what do you want to learn? Technology, politics, health. Let's say health the person wants to learn. And then start challenge. And then start asking the question, which company recently announced major advances in AI? So you say Google, not quite correct. It shows you all of the above. You understand? So this is like an educate. Next question. So this is like a game, and it's scoring them and giving them percent, and you can publish it and give it to them. Same thing here is build. This is still building based on the things we asked it to do. Yeah. So it's still building. Let it cook. It's writing the codes. Let it do the work. So basically, these are foundational tools that I want you, and these are one directional agents, AI agents. They are building in one direction. Okay. These are the one directional agents that most people use to do some basic tasks. But what we want to do is we want to build multimodal agents. What I showed you in that tool is a multimodal agent. So the next thing I want to take you to is another tool that I just needed to have at the back of your mind. Please just have that at the back of your mind. The next one is called make.com. Make.com. Please open make.com. Make.com is another tool where we build agents, agentic AI tools. Make.com. I already have this account here. And then in here, sorry, let me use my Gmail. And then you can sign up also in make.com, and here you're able to build automation. So here I built a social media webhook that I use in posting. Remember those stuffs that you were seeing on Instagram, Facebook, that my agents were posting things for me. This is the one pasting to all the Instagram. This one pasting to all the Facebook. And this is a router that is connecting all of them, right? This is the tool that I use to do this. AI agents, you're able to build a lot of AI agents from here directly. And where you start building, yeah, it's just by clicking on scenarios, and then you start building them. So you can come here, create a scenario, and build the scenario the way you want. Connect to millions and millions and tools of tools. So these are the tools you can connect to. There are a whole lot of tools in here that can connect to build your AI tool. So these are some of the scenarios of what you are able to do. But in case you don't want, you can steal from templates and come in and say, okay, probably the template you want is you want an automation that somebody else has created sometime. There are a lot of templates here you can take from, and then you can work with to build your agents, right? I'm going to guide you through all of this, right? So let's assume you're looking for a social media, something on social media. Or let's say something on, let me just write Facebook. Yeah, it's going to show you all the Facebook ones that I've done have been built. Facebook leads for ads. To build Facebook um, leads ads, you click on this, and it shows you the one that is available. Or you can see this one. This one sends Gmail message from Facebook to leads ads for submission. Sync Facebook leads ads, send Telegram bot. So this one, for anybody who is talking to you on Facebook, like you're commenting on your Facebook, this will be sending all the things that they are responding to your Telegram. Your Telegram bot is going to be interacting with them. They will think you are the one talking to them. Meanwhile, it's Telegram bot interacting with them, right? This is people send chatting with you on Facebook, and it is pushing everything to your CRM. So you can pick something from here and then use it for something else, add it to. So these are templates that are available. This personalized an introductory message from ChatGPT for new Facebook leads and store them on your Google Sheet. So if I want to steal this one, for example, These are free. So what it does is anybody that chat with me, this AI chats with them, and everything that they said here, it will be chatting with them and then storing everything that they into my Google Sheet here. So let's assume I want to use this. This is all I just need to do here. I just need to come here, configure my Facebook, put my ChatGPT connection, my OpenAI connection, put my Google Sheet from my Google Drive, and that's all. And then connect this to my Facebook. Any going forward, anybody that chat with me, this will be interacting with them and storing. So all I need to be doing every day is just go to my Google Sheet and keep seeing everything that is happening on my Facebook. How many people have been interacting with me from the business, from my business page or whatever. So these are some automation that I'm thinking will be helpful for us even as a business. Yeah. So this is one out of the stuff, the solution that we'll be looking at. The next solution we'll be looking at is called Zapier. Zapier.com. This is another solution what we'll be looking at. I'm just getting you familiar with this solution so you can start playing around it. But trust me, I'm going to walk you through how to use it. So Zapier here, once you come to Zapier, we use it to build AI agents also. You can have an account already. So let me just come in and log in, create your account with Google. Yeah. And then I think my account is with Nuts now. Yeah. Yeah. And this is my account. I'm in. And in here, you want to build a chatbot. All you just need to do is click on this and you build a chatbot almost immediately. Chatbots are one of the easiest things. Let's say I want to call the chatbot Steven. Yeah. The name of my chatbot is called Steven. And I create my chatbot. And you'll be surprised at how fast I can create a chatbot just by a click. And now I've created my chatbot. The name of my chatbot is Steven. This is the interface of how my chatbot is going to look like. And I want to say greetings. If everybody that comes in, you should tell hi. You start by saying hi. Hi, this is Steven. How may I help you today? And then you need to train the chatbot on telling him what his objective is. You're an exceptional customer support. This, let's assume I use all of this. Then you can also connect an AI model to it, right? You click on this, and then what AI model is ChatGPT you want to use? OpenAI 4.01. Yeah, these are things. Creativity, you want it to be creative or you want it to be to stick with it. Let's say you want it to be creative, click on this. Okay, so that's the OpenAI that is chatting. So this is how it will be responding, right? Now the next thing is you now want to put a knowledge base behind it so that it can be taken from information about your business. You come in here, click on knowledge, and then you can decide to upload. You can decide to upload a file. It could be a CSV PDF. Remember what we did on Royster, right? Can you all remember what we did on Royster? Guys, can you remember what we did on Royster? This is how
Yes.
we build that Royster stuff. So come in here, put all the files of our knowledge base in here. That's what the developers were doing. So these are things you can build by yourself. We'll put all the files in here, right? In case you want it to be able to do his own research, we can give it web pages, maybe the web page of Notsnow for you to get information from Notsnow. So we can give him different knowledge bases of what he can use. And then once we are done, we can tell you this is the instruction side and how it should respond. This is a knowledge base. We can connect knowledge base. If there's a logic we want to give him to be thinking through for collecting leads, you can get their information, or probably want it to do some other things, you can give it to him. If there's a theme want to color, want it to have an avatar, maybe like um a picture that should be interacting with them, or want to put our logo, but you need to upgrade to the paid one to upload logo and then customize the look of how the chat interface will look like. Then if in case you want to integrate your Slack so that every time it's chatting, every summary of everything it sends your Slack or sends your email or sends your Facebook Messenger, or you want to get it on your Zendex CRM tool, this does. AI model, we've captured it. Settings, any other thing you want, the name you want to call it, anything you want to give it, you can do all of this. So in case you want to connect it to your website, there's a way you can do all of that, but I'll show you that. Now, after you've done all of this, this is the public link you want to share, or you want to embed it to your website, just click up embedded, and then you have to upgrade to get it. But once you click on embedded, you pick it up, and remember, you go to your WordPress website and just put it there, then it becomes a floater, just like we have on notsnow.org. Remember, just like what we have on notsnow.org. Yeah, it becomes a floater staying there. So let me do this. Take this out. Yeah, it becomes a floater that just stays there where people can be chatting. Just like our chat pop-up will soon come up now. This chat pop-up, these are it now be popping up, like talking to them. Why? Because you've embedded it from here. Okay. Is it making sense? So building a chatbot is like the easiest thing anybody can do. In less than 30 minutes or 10 minutes, you're done building an entire chatbot with this. Put your knowledge there, put everything, and that's it. You built a chatbot. I'm going back to do. So this building a chatbot. You want to build an app form where people can capture, you can capture information and then you can process it. You can do this with this. However, if you now start building customized solution, but you don't know how to, you are wondering what to do. Probably you have an idea. There are a whole lot of templates also in here that you can play with. People have done some templates. This is the one that I built. I built all of this for by myself. This I built like a day ago. I built this one. So you understand, I will tell you what this is meant anyway, because I built this one and then integrated it into another platform. So you see these individual platforms I'm showing you, make.com, Zapier, Lovable, and app.dev. You're going to understand why I'm introducing to all of them, because what you eventually be doing is you don't start. Sometimes you can start and finish building an AI agent in one application, right? But sometimes when you will look at the skill, what these have, there are some strength it has, and there are some weaknesses it has. Some of the time, most of the time, the weaknesses in here are the strengths inside make.com. And sometimes the weaknesses in here are the strengths of Lovable. And the weaknesses in here sometimes are the strengths in Google app.dev. Then there's one more that I've showed you before. We'll go back there, which is this one, the Anyten. And there's a weakness this has that the others do not have. So what I will be showing you is how to build in such a way that this can be talking to this, and that can be talking to this, and can be talking to this, and can be talking to this, all in one solution. So you can build one solution that is talking to different solutions at the same time, but you are getting the same result. And remember, all of this lies on your creativity, what you want to achieve. Okay. So Zapier is another one. The next one you need to set up is this one, which is n8n.io. So I've given you 5 different solutions. The first one is ai.dev. Save it. Second one is lovable.dev. Save that too. The next one is make.com. Save that too. The next one is zapier.com. Save that. And the last one is n8n.io. So let's go into n8n.io a little bit so you understand what n8n.io can do. So this is the landing page of n8n.io. If you're a new person, you need to go in here, click on get started. Yeah, fill in your details. Once you fill in your details, you start, they give you a first 14 days free trial, right? And once you're done, then you log in. Once you log in, it brings you into the landing page, something like this, which is a workflow. It's going to be empty completely, right? And we'll start talking from, and here, if you want to create this area, you start by creating a workflow. So the workflow is always empty like this, nothing in it. And this is, so the AI agent is built from the workflow. So over the call here, in the next 7 minutes, let us build an AI agent, a simple AI agent. Please, everyone, stick with me. I need your attention now. Please confirm you're here, please. Confirm I've not lost you.
I'm here, sir.
Good. We're going to build a simple AI agent, and this simple AI agent is just a chatbot. Remember, the chatbot I created was on Zapier. See what we're going to do. I'm going to start by creating the trigger. So for every time when you are creating an agent, you start with a trigger. What should be the major thing that should start the agent from working? You start by clicking this, and then we want a chat message, right? There are a lot of options of triggers you can use, but I've chosen to use the on chat. And once you do this, you can switch this on. This is the link that you can embed with your website, and this is the name of your agent. So you can call my agent Natalie. Yeah, I'm going to call it Natalie, and then I go back. So this is the chat function I just did. So I'm going to put it here. The next thing I want to do is I want to interact this chat entry. Basically, this is where my input is going to be, right? The next thing is I want this my input to go into an agent for the agent to start doing the work. So the next thing I need to connect an agent. So I look for an agent here. And these are where all the agents are. There are various type of agents here. There are various type of agents you can use here. But I choose to use this generic AI agents. I'm going to click on the generic AI agent, and I'm just going to come out by clicking on back to canvas. And this is how the agent is going to look. So it's tied to this now. And this is the AI agent. But this AI agent, there are a lot of things I can do with this AI agent. It is connected to the trigger. I can decide to make it defined below, meaning that I want to tell it you don't have to wait for anything I put from the trigger, from that trigger, which is the chat function. Whenever I write anything, still use your brain. And this is the brain. I can then put a user prompt on. This user prompt basically is me building a persona for this agent. So let's go back. This is an entity that can do a lot of work, but I need to build a persona for it. But I can choose to leave it without a persona and just make it blank. And just say whatever they put you here, use your brain and do whatever you like, right? But the question is, right now, this agent doesn't have a soul. It doesn't have a brain right now. It doesn't have mouth. It doesn't have a memory. Just like humans, you need to give a human some brain. So let's give it a brain now. The brain we want to give it is a chat model. This chat model is the LLMs. Remember, we talked about, remember that diagram I gave you, that there is an input, there is the agent, and then these agents have tools. But not only tools, they also need something. They need a language, something to process the way they think, right? So we need to give them a brain, and the brain has to be a chat model. I'm going to click on this. It's going to show me all the different models that N8N has. It has OpenAI, Grok, it has Llama, which is Facebook, it has Google, it has DeepSeek, it has all of this. But I just want to give it OpenAI for now. When we go deeper, I'm going to show you some tweaks that we do. So I'm giving it OpenAI, and I have an account. For those of you who are joining for the first time, it will give you a free test account. So you see a test one. So let's use the test, and then you can choose among OpenAI. These are all the various OpenAI version that we have. So to let you know that so when people are interacting with ChatGPT, right, you are just scratching the surface of the world. This is what you are doing. You are just searching the surface. This is still the surface. But where we are going, look at what we are dealing with now. We are going into the world where all the things inside OpenAI is what we can see. This is what a lot of people are still dealing with. Look at where we've gone, where you can see the whole heart and soul of OpenAI. So I decided, okay, let me choose mini. Let me use this O4. You can see the various, a whole lot of it. So let's say I want to choose O1 mini, yeah, for by chat. Let's assume. Now, you see this one I'm doing, right? There are some other things that happen at the background for the later when you get experience, because sometimes you might need to create a credential through API. I'll show you how to do that later. Okay, I'm just doing this test. So now we've done this. Memory, you need to give it a memory. This agent needs the memory to store the memory of whatever he's doing. So let's give it a simple memory. Yeah, I'm just going to click back. And that's all. Let's just leave it like this. This is a simple agent, right? And then I just come in, and anytime I want to chat with it, just click on this, and then allows you to open this chat at the bottom. And I say, hi, because I've given it an AI to it. How may I help you? And I ask it, what is your name? Remember I gave it a name, right? What is your name? It's searching, coming back. My name is ChatGPT. Now it's told you what it is connected to. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to tell him, hi, my name is Natalie. How may I assist you? Now, because this is the chat function, it does not recognize, it's going to ChatGPT. Now I need to come in here and tell him that he should not respond that way. So now this is where I begin to train the agent to think like a particular person. And to do that, I need to come here to option. Then I click on system message, and I tell him, you're an helpful assistant, and your name is Natalie. Let's assume, yeah, your name is Natalie, and you solve um, issues regarding um, regarding um, product managers queries and concerns, and you help them become better product managers. Yeah, this is just me playing with stuff. And then when I'm done with this, I come here and I ask him, what is your name now? Sorry, it did not. I didn't save this. Save. Let me see. Something has gone wrong here. Okay, it has exhausted the. So I'm going to use one of my accounts that I'm using. I'm going to change it. I don't like this full meaning majorly. Let me use four. Let me use this for one meaning. Yeah, and here, yeah, this is it. Save. Okay. I ask the same question. So I ask the same question. I just come here, refresh, and then let it come back with a response. You can see it's changed its name now. Why? My name is Natalie, here to help you with questions, concerns, product manager. How can I assist you today? So no matter what you ask this agent, it's not going to answer you just random questions, because I've trained it to only think like a product manager support. Do you get? So I tell him, I want to write a PRD for an estate, a real estate, let me call it a real estate, um, marketplace. So see what it's just going to be doing. So this agent, we built this agent in front of you, right? So look at what it's done. Product comment document for relative management. It's written everything out. Yeah. As you can see, it's written everything out. Guys, we did not do anything. So I tell him, build a standard one for me. Assuming you have 10 years experience as a product manager, use all the global standard. I'm just going to write typos, standard practice design. Yeah, so it's going to do all of this for me, right? This is it just building. This is me just building an AI agent right in front, and this is just one agent. Now I can make it a multimodal. So all this stuff that you are seeing on Lovable is a one-directional agent like this. Build an app for me. It builds the app for you. So look at it. Come back. Author, senior manager, Natalie, executive is reaching it. Target, home buyers, objectives, is gotten everything. User persona. Guys, did I give it anything? Please, are you with me, guys? Are you here?
Yeah.
Search property listing
Yes,
this.
sir.
Is written all of it for me, right? And then success metrics is written every time. It's done all of it for me and giving appendix, right? This is me just building an AI right in front of you using just this basic thing. I've not connected it to any tool. See, no tool has been connected to it. It is still empty, right? So if I need to start connecting tools to do other stuff, there are a whole lot of things you can do. I'm going to stop the training for today here so that you guys can ask questions and then I can support you in this. Every time you work here, save, you can save here, and then you can always rename it. I'm going to call it the test AI agent. Yeah, I'm going to save this. Okay. Questions, guys?
I think it's more. Should I say it's a question? So basically, the agent is someone who is trained like a different personality entirely. That's
Sorry, I
giving
didn't get your
own.
question. Please, can you speak louder, please?
Okay, so I'm asking that the agent, or various, depending on the agent who wants to say it, is just like so I'm thinking in terms of like maybe a different like a person, like use the example of a human being, just giving that person a specific personality to act on, correct?
Yes. So an agent is a personality that you're creating, and it has a goal, it has an action or what it does. So no matter what you ask it to do, anything outside, it will try its best to do it, but its specialty is based on the personality you've created for it. Do you understand?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Steve, questions?
Mm.
Any
Okay,
other
so,
questions? Right?
so I remember when the first time you introduced us that you talked about this agentic AI. you mentioned the AI conducting an interview for someone. Maybe you want to employ conducting an interview. So I want to ask now, if you want to conduct any specific interview, meaning you have to train the AI to focus directly on, maybe you want to interview an HR, meaning you have to just train the AI to specifically interview an HR, or can you just build a knowledge base? Like, can you just train the AI to do any form of interview, or you have to just streamline it to a particular profession that you want to interview?
So I'm gonna explain that one to you in a bit. There's another tool that we call, please note it down, 11 Labs. 11 Labs. Yeah. So this is 11 Labs. Yeah. So what 11 Labs is? Oh, cool. No, sorry. 11 Labs, where are you? Yeah, this is 11 Labs. So 11 Labs is an AI voice generator. So the 11 Labs is the voice that will be speaking to that person in the interview. Do you understand? Yeah. So 11 Labs, what I'm going to do in this kind of scenario is create a voice here, connect that voice into this. Remember this, let's assume it's product manager you want to. So you build an agent, and inside the persona, you'd say he's an expert interview. He can interview product managers, right? And then what I do is I create the voice for him, right? After creating the voice for him, what I then do, I give him a tool for him to be able to go to Google Meet. Yeah, or let me see. Does he have Meet? No, he doesn't have Meet. Does he have Fathom? It doesn't. So I'm going to look for one of these, or let me see, Zoom. Yeah, it has Zoom. So there's a Zoom tool. So I can get it for you to go into meetings and then create meetings, and then it can actually have meetings with you. So I connect it to Zoom to do that. I fix this to it. Then I also come here and I get 11 Lab the voice. And what I'm going to do with the voice is I'm going to connect it via something called HTTP request. We'll talk about that later. And I put the API for 11 Labs into this. Yeah. So I now tell the, so this is the agent able to make a video call. This is the agent to have a voice. This is the agent to have a memory. This is his brain, right? So he goes into the meeting, and this voice will be talking to the person in the meeting when the person starts the meeting. Then every of the information, every of the conversation here, I might then want to connect this, yeah, to a Gmail that is connected, to that my Zoom, yeah. This Gmail is connected to that my Zoom, so it picks all the information from this Zoom, right? All the transcript of the conversation. It downloads everything and send it to this Gmail. Are you with me, please?
I'm with you.
Are you with me? It collects everything to the this thing that you just asked right now is just I'm thinking as I'm responding as you just talk. It's going to take all the information in here, right? And this information in here. Now I want this information to go out. So what I will now do is, remember, I can decide to do it this way, right? That this I can decide to also do this way. I'm going to disconnect these two. Yeah. That this is what this one is just going to be. I'm going to call this I'll call this maybe an Zoom AI agent. I'm just going to call this maybe Zoom AI agent. So this guy is to do the call, right? I can then connect this back to another agent. And this agent's job is then to listen to the call, right? So this is a voice. This has to have a voice here. So because I'm giving it, this is the voice. He does the interview. This picks it. And after picking the interview, he then analyzes the interview and then put it on a Google Sheet for me. So this is a way of thought eventually. Again, when you guys will understand, bring that call in here, right, into Google Sheet. From Google Sheet, I can then do analysis of the Google Sheet. This read the sheet and then come here and then we'll have another Google Sheet. Yeah. And that Google Sheet, what it does is to be able to, instead of this Google Sheet reading, what I want this Google Sheet is to do something else. So it's going to come here. What it does is it's going to update a row for me. So it comes into that Google Sheet and updates it. So every interview that is happening, I'm getting a report for every interview in my Google Sheet. So I just come into the Google Sheet. But now the question is, how does the interview take place here? I need to then set, maybe I don't want this to be the trigger. Yeah, I delete this. This will not be the trigger any longer. My trigger at this point will then be a scheduler who goes to Zoom and attends the meeting. So I tell him every day going to the meeting, or maybe every 1 hour going to the meeting. Maybe I can set over like 24 people in a day, and every hour it goes into the meeting, and then this is the trigger here. I connect it in here, right? This is the guy that goes to them. So it triggers automatically every 1 hour. So this is no human involved at all. Every 1 hour he goes into the Zoom and go into the meeting, talk to them based on the persona I've created for him as the interviewer, right? After he's done, he puts the information to this person who then send this to the email. He does analyze the Google Sheet, send it Google Sheet to me and I can decide after this, right? I can just add another Gmail, and that Gmail, right, will be for you to send a report, or I can decide not to do it this way. Connect it to another agent. This is the third agent now. Are you with me, guys? Guys, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
This will now be the third agent who is now sending the email to me, right? Of the summary of all the, I can then send it that I will teach this agent, right, to come in here and read this updated sheet of the report, right? And then send an email to me on the best candidate to take. And I just sit down in my house and all of this is happening. All I'm just seeing is emails of the best candidate, a summary of the best candidates at the end of the week. Does that make sense? Guys, are we together?
Yes, we are together, sir.
All right. So that's how you build those kind of things. Or you can also find a way to make this shorter. But this is just an explanation. I don't know if this. So this is how you build all of these agents, and this agent begin to talk to each other. But remember, this is coming from 11 Labs, right? Sometimes you can have something else somewhere out in Zapier that you like. You can pick it from there. So from Zapier, maybe all your calls, you don't want them to come in from Zoom directly. Like what I did here. You know, I did Zoom here. I can decide I don't want it to come from Zoom. I remove Zoom completely. Yeah. And I remove this completely. And I said I want the trigger to come from Gmail, right? Guys, stay with me, please. You see what I'm trying to do now. I want the trigger to come from Gmail, from email received. Now, the email received, anytime there's an email received in the account, this agent to trigger the entire transaction. However, this entire transaction is triggered only when a meeting. Sorry, I'm mixing it up. Sorry. This is a different one. Yeah, this is a different one. This is a different. Where's my? Sorry, please. My apologies. So let me go back again. It was a scheduler that I put here. This on schedule, right? So this is an on schedule taking place here. But whenever this call happens and it is recorded, I'm going to disconnect this and I'm going to create a separate agent in the same workspace here. Yeah, I'll just create something separate here, different from this one, but a sister agent that has picked up the job. And his job, right, is anytime an email comes in here, right? So there'll be an email coming in when he receives any email. Yeah, his job is to then trigger the transaction. So here we have Gmail. Where's my trigger here? Yeah, trigger. On getting an email. Yeah, this is it. I connect anytime an email comes in here. From this is the email, right? That's coming here. The moment he receives an email, but then we specify that email, search criteria for the email should be maybe interview. For example, anytime this is any interview recording, right? This whole process should begin immediately. It should trigger this process of this agent. And then when it processes it, what it does for you, maybe at this point, is after processing the interview report or the whole interview that has come in here, yeah, his job is then to, what do you want him to do? What do you want the agent to do?
to give you results.
Where should the result come?
To your mail.
Good. Okay. So the only thing that will happen here now is I wanted to do something here. Now I remember when I wanted to do something from Zapier. Zapier in here, I had created something that the transcript of all calls should go to email, right? And from this email, all I'm coming here is in here to say every transcript of email that comes in here, right, should then be. But this one, the only difference between this is that we don't want to be the one to start the meeting. We want the agent to go start the meeting. So that's why we put Zoom here. So the Zoom tool maybe we want to put is for you to create a meeting or start a meeting or get a meeting or for you to update a meeting. But what we want is for you to create a meeting, right? We also want it to, apart from creating a meeting, we also want it to, you can have multiple Zoom here. You want it to not create a meeting only. You want it to retrieve the meeting, retrieve a meeting. When it's done with the meeting, yeah, you can retrieve the meeting at the same time. So we give it a lot of thanks on what it can do. Yeah. I don't know if this makes sense, guys. So it's a way of thinking, but I'm getting into the complicated stage of this. I didn't want to take you guys this far. Next week we'll continue. But the most important thing is I just want you to understand a way of thinking. And all we just need to do is after connecting all these things, we now need to start putting all the APIs of Zoom in here, put the API of Gmail in here, train the AI, put the Gmail API in here, trigger, set up this trigger, and then we save. And then when we tell you to go, and this on time, we tell you to go every time into this, maybe after every minute, and then you trigger this. And the moment you are done setting this up, everything is looking good, you've tested it, then we can then make it active or inactive. This is where we make them active or inactive. Anyway, let's go back into some of the things I've done in time past. Let me just show you one. What I'm about to show you, please don't get worried. It's a little bit complicated, but this is where eventually my plan is to take you guys to. I want to take you into, no, not this one. Where are you? A lot of things I've built here. Okay, so this is my social media agent. Yeah. So this social media agent is what has been posting those stuff that you've been seeing on Instagram, on LinkedIn. So this one is where it starts from. I connected this from inside Make. That's my scenario here. You see this scenario, this one, social media, webhooks, Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, so I'm back here. So this webhook, right, picks those information from there. And then this one, what it does is goes do research online to generate an idea. It's some this is a Google search. It goes online to search for and do some research. It does summarize its search, and then it used this open router model to get a model. Then it sends a request to me on Slack to approve if I like the development of the research is done. If I say yes, this is my if statement, then it writes the article again. Then this time, when after it's taking the article, this agent has picked up the article, but this agent now will now write a prompt based on the article for this AI to go and create a picture for the post, right? For the poster. So that means a write-up and a picture, caption and all those things. This will develop the picture. And then this is connected to LinkedIn to post it on LinkedIn. This is connected to Facebook through this make that I did, this one. Yeah. And then it post it on Facebook. And this is to post it on X. So this posting on X, posting on Facebook and Instagram, this posting on LinkedIn. Do you understand? And then when it is done, it's going to send a notification to me that it is done it. And this continue to happen based on how often I want it to be generating it. So keep generating things for me, back to back, back to back. This I keep creating. I'm going to stop here. I know I bombarded you with too much information. All right. Time for question before we go. Feel free to ask questions, please.
Yeah, because what you just used as an example now is what I was going to ask question about.
Natalie, you sound very far away from
We can't hear you, Natalie.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello? Okay, so what you just explained now was what I was going to ask about concerning the social media manager stuff. So for the content and picture, because I've seen what it posts on LinkedIn for Grano AI. So my one of the issues that I
No,
have
it's not the one
with
that pictured on Grand AI. I've not connected it. It is not now I connected it on.
not snow. Oh,
Yes, it's
I
on not
think
snow.
I've been seeing. Okay, so that means it's not it then. So what I have to say is not relevant then. That it has
Now,
to do with that one.
what you have on Grand AI is a human being that is doing it. That lady that I told you that was hired, she's the one that is doing that one.
Okay.
All
Okay,
of this you mean, right?
so this
All
is
this.
yes, yeah.
No, this is somebody else that is doing this job. The one I'm talking of is actually, if you come to not snow, if you come to not snow here, this was posted. Let me see. View as a member, posts. I'll show you some of the things. This was done by it.
This one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
This was the agent. The agent did this one by itself. Um, the agent did this by itself. Yeah, that agent that I just showed you, it did this by itself. The agent also did this by itself. All of this, it did it by itself without my involvement. Do you understand? Does it
Mm.
make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the things I noticed about the post, because that's what one of the things I picked out was that the image is generated. So I have two things actually. The image is generated and the content. So
Mhm.
the images generated look very should I use
Dal E. It's
AI
Dal
or
E.
robotic? That's
Dal E.
yes,
Actually, so it's
yes.
Dal E.
So how can that? What did you say?
Dal E is what we connected to. That's why it came up with that kind of response. You understand?
Oh, oh, so it could be better, right?
So let me show you so you can understand. So what we connected to it, just watch with me. So if you observe, look at this. See, image generator. You can see the image generator. You can see what I connected, Dal E,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's Dal E I connected.
Yeah,
So that's the Dal E.
yeah.
So what I'll be connecting next to this is I'm going to connect in view, and you can see view from here. I'll open this one so you can see. We'll talk about this later. So from here, I can decide to use view. Where's V? View is not here. So I can look for any other one that does video or picture generation. That would be good. I think Quen does very good video generation, and also what's the name? DeepSeek also does the same thing. So I can look for a better one rather than this other one. So if you come online and you ask, let's just ask any of this now. Which model is the best for image generation? So it has Imaging 3. Yeah, I think Imaging 3 is good. I've seen that before. Mid Journey. I don't know if Mid Journey is in here. So let's come back into our workflow and check if we have uh, Google. So let's see Google. Under Google, let's see if we have imaging. No, it doesn't. So for now, we have to look for the best. Or else, if we can't find anyone that does that, we need to go outside and maybe go into Make and see if Make has anything like that. So this is why sometimes when you see that you have some restriction, you can go out, create a HTTP request, and then connect it in here, just like what I did here. If you observe in here, yeah, where is it now? This is an HTTP request to connect it to LinkedIn, so it can post on LinkedIn, Facebook to post on Facebook, and this to this. So this is the one from outside. This from outside, yeah. and then this webhook. This webhook also from outside. Do you get? Do you understand? Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Or you can just ask it to do all this research, and then you go delete, you go design your picture by yourself and be uploading it, depending on what you want to do. You get it right. It's
okay.
because it's
So
DAL E.
you can do upload. You can do upload yourself. So something like say you have a video picture from Canva, you can just do that upload here
What I've not
directly.
done, I've not found a way to connect it to Canva. I've not seen Canva. It doesn't have Canva here. Those would have been nice. I'll see if there's a way I can integrate with Canva. If I can integrate with Canva, I think that'll just be perfect. So it can be developing things on Canva directly, because Canva has its Canva
Mm-hmm.
AI. Canva has
Can you
Canva.
integrate the camera via the web?
Yes, I'm thinking that if I check through Canva, I should be able to find. Let me see. Let me look for developer account. Developer account for Canva. If they have a Canva developer account, then I think Canva Connect API. Yeah, I'll read through this. If there's a way I can do it from here through Canva, just they have a MCP server. Remember that server thing I was telling you about? I said that's the advanced one. So there's a way I should be able to find it from here. I'll look for it from here. If I can get it has. This is the JSON. Guys, don't let me disturb you too much with all these things that you're seeing right now. It's going to get a little bit technical if I start taking you through MCPs. But with this, if I can copy, all I just need to do is copy this, right? You see this, MPX, this, and the Canva, this, put it here, and that's all. I can build an entire, it will see everything inside Canva. Let me see if I have something I can show you. Wait, MCP. Sorry, please, guys. We'll soon be done now. No, not this. Not this. Not this. Where's that Airbnb one? When I did for Airbnb. Where's that one I did? You can see all the agents I've built. I've built a whole lot. Built a whole lot. But don't worry, I'll be taking you guys through it one by one.
Yes,
Where's this now? Sorry, I'm looking for. There's this one I'm looking for. No, not this. Oh no, it's not on this one. It's on another end that I have. Let me check. I was wondering. Is this it? No, not this. Um, yeah. Yes, I'm taking you to another screen now, guys. This is it. So with this one, right, there's something we call, this is the Airbnb one, right, that I told you about. Remember I told you about an Airbnb that I can search for any Airbnb across the world, right? Remember?
Yeah.
So so this one, we use something called servers. These are servers, and I connected it to Airbnb. So anything anybody can do on Airbnb, I can do it from here, right? So over here, I can just tell it, look for a 3-bedroom in Kent that can take 3 adults and 2 children. So it goes into Airbnb. It's going into the whole of Airbnb as if massive. I work for Airbnb. It's going to come, see what it's going to come back with. Just watch what this come back with, everything on Airbnb. So this is an Airbnb server. I've connected the Airbnb server here. Yeah, that's what I've done here. So, and it is through something called MCP, right? So you can see it is still doing the work. You can see it's coming back. It's gotten everything from Airbnb. Check. It's come back. And it's showing me. So now it's showing me, see Seaside, it's showing me the thing, how much it will charge me per night. I can copy this link, right? And if I open this, it's going to show me, if I just paste it here, guys, see what it's going to show me. Show me the Airbnb location in Kent, everything. You can see rooms in Kent. It showed me everything. And it's giving me how many options? It gave me how many options here? It gave me over like 4 options, showing me the price per night. So, and it's giving me all the links to the place where I can get it from. Yeah. So I can get the old stuff from here. You can see, right? So this is how it works. So this is the MCP. But now, with what we just did now, I've discovered that it has the MCP for Canva. Before next week, I will work on something so I can get it. All I just need to do, just like the way I spoke to this agent now to go into this, all I can just tell is that it should go ahead and design a flyer for me for not snow. And this flyer should be able to do this should have all of this. It's going to develop everything from all I just need to do is click on the link, it takes me to the Canva and just download it. That's all. Do you understand, guys? So we'll do that next week. But for now, you all understand the power of agents and what the AI agents are capable of doing. All right, thank you everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to stop recording now.